Welcome to Revolution Sundays with yours truly, A.G. Green Sr. I am so excited and privileged to be with you here on this particular day. You know what to do. Tag and share, share and tag. Tag and share, share and tag. Grand Rising to everyone, or whatever time of day it is that you're watching us. It is such an honor and a privilege to be with you. Yes, sir, it's time to vibe with our tribe. Tag, share, text, share, and tag. Let people know that we are streaming live, and there is a powerful spiritual, metaphysical, dare I say, trichotomous, a full, well-rounded, multi-dimensional message for everyone who tunes in on this particular day. So glad to see you. Tag, share, like, and text. So thankful and so grateful. Let's pray. Almighty, we're so thankful and grateful for this moment, this opportunity that's been granted to us. We yield ourselves to the divine, to be led and guided into the intimate, deep recesses of truth. Thank you for revealing your mind and revealing your heart. Thank you for the gospel of consciousness, the gospel of love, the gospel of peace. And we just bless you and praise you for our expansion, for our elevation, for our ascension. And we thank you that you have endowed us and made us as powerful, dynamic, spiritual beings who love and who serve. And we bless you in the name, the power, the way, the consciousness, and example of Yeshua HaMashiach. It is so, and so it is. Thank you so much for tuning in today to Revolution Sundays. What an honor and a privilege it is to be with you today. I always like to remind you to follow me in the various social media handles you see, the channels you see at the bottom of the screen at AG Green Now, on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and of course, YouTube. I always like to remind you, based on what the book says, Philippians chapter 4, verse 13, I can do all things through Christ, through the Christ mind, through the Christos who strengthens me. Therefore, I can, in concert, in partnership, as an unlimited spiritual being who's one with Christ, I can. I want you to type in the comment section, I can. Just when it feels like you can't, I can. Just when circumstances seem to appear or arise in our lives to tell us that we can't, I can. I can because I am not alone. I can because I draw from an infinite well. I can because I draw from an infinite source. Come on, type it in the comment section. I feel that I can. We've all had moments in life where it seemed like we couldn't go on. It seemed like we couldn't accomplish something. It seemed like situations were not going to bend in our favor quick enough for us to gain some kind of victory or relief. But I came by here to tell you that I can do all things through Christ's mind, through the mind of Christ, who strengthens me. It is a wonderful thing to have an awareness at all times that you are not alone, to have an awareness at all times that there is not only your mind that's at work in you, but if you submit and surrender to the way of the divine, then the mind of Christ, my goodness, will work within you in spiritual and mystical ways beyond comprehension of the natural mind. I am powerful. Now to him that is able to do exceeding abundantly above all that I ask or think, according to the power that worketh in me. Speak out loud. I am powerful. Come on. Type it in the comment section and declare and decree, I am powerful. Decree and declare, I am powerful. Speak out of your mouth until The somatic frequency contained within the sound of your voice reverberates, transmits, and travels atmospherically, informing all of the subatomic particles, all of the atomic particles, all of the molecules, all of the cells in the atmosphere, that I am powerful. Come on, type it and speak it. Type it and speak it. I am powerful. There is a power that worketh in you that's unlimited. There's a power that you have access to that has the answers and solutions to every situation and every circumstance. I am powerful. What a beautiful thing it is to know. What a wonderful thing it is to know. What an edifying thing it is to know. What a beneficial thing it is to know that I am powerful. Oh, yes, I am. I am powerful. Own it. It is your birthright. You came here with that inherent birthright. You don't have to fight for it. You don't have to scratch for it. You don't have to plead for it. You don't have to have a religious experience for it. You, I am, as a part of you, I am powerful. I'm so thankful and grateful to be here with you today. Praise and gratitude alert. What are you thankful for today? I'm telling you who I'm thankful for today. I am thankful for my tribe. What are you thankful for today? What are you thankful for today? Praise is commonly for the upright. It is conducive. It is par. It is normal. It is organic. It is who and what we are. Praise and gratitude is not only appreciated by God, Creator, Source, Sustainer, but by the universe that has been crafted by the Creator. Your brain functions better when you're happy and practicing gratitude. Scientific studies have proven this. We heal from diseases quicker. People can better face physical challenges and mental challenges just by learning how to be thankful and offer praise and gratitude. So everything in creation loves a praiser. Oh my goodness, I feel like running. I'm thankful for my tribe. What are you thankful for? I'm thankful for patience. Our resident mystic Wesley says, thankful for life and all blessings. Our resident therapist says, I'm thankful for divine patience and peace. Wonderful, wonderful. We got some people moving in synergy here today. The theme of patience. Let's see here. All right. Thank you so much for sharing what you are thankful for. What a wonderful and powerful thing it is to express praise and gratitude. It is such a blessing to be blessed, and it is such a blessing to be thankful to God, your creator, your source, your sustainer, for all things. The things we are thankful for, we have because of the Creator working in us, with us, and through us. And what a wonderful and powerful thing it is to have recognition and know this. All right, family. What are you eating and sipping on right now? What are you eating and sipping? What are you eating and sipping, and how are you feeling? What are you eating and sipping, and how are you feeling? In this moment, I'm sipping on some organic mushroom coffee. I'm feeling good, but drained. It's been a challenging, emotional week for me. Very challenging. I thank God for inner strength and inner fortitude and support to face what I have been facing, and as well to be able to be there as love for people who required it in moments of bereavement. And that's pretty much how I'm feeling. And of course, I want to know how you're feeling. Let's see. Whitley says she's sipping on some orange juice. Sounds good. Sounds good. Sounds healthy. Anybody else? What are you eating and sipping, and how are you feeling? Resident Mystic says he's sipping on water. Roast in the oven. He got some culinary skills. All right. My Krista says nothing at the moment. Anybody else? What are you eating and sipping? What are you eating and sipping? And how are you feeling? What a wonderful, wonderful thing it is to have this moment of life, what I would call abundant life. It's a blessing and privilege. Anybody else want to share what you're eating and sipping and how you're feeling in the moment? And let me know if you can see it and hear me well. Let me know if you can see and hear me well. I want to make sure I do my audio and video check. Let me know if you can hear and see me well. Thank you so much for sharing what you're eating and sipping and how you're feeling. And see, our resident therapist says lemon water and apple cider vinegar, managing my week, been emotional in the morning with grief. Yes, he's grieving the loss of his wonderful aunt. And we mourn and grieve with those who are experiencing death and any kind of loss in your present life. You're in our prayers and in our meditation. All right. Thank you for tuning in. Now, loud and clear. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate the feedback. We're preparing to go to the text today, and I think just one of our assistants is on consistently this morning. I'll give you the text in just a few minutes, but I want to give a shout out to you on today. Let me give a shout out to you on today. You, our wonderful tribe who consistently supports me and this platform every week. Thank you so much. I want you to know that your presence here on Patreon, on YouTube, checking out the various social media channels, so forth and so on, means a lot to me. I performed 2 eulogies, and I was pleasantly surprised with the eulogy that I did yesterday. Some of you all don't know it, but I have been in a cave of my own in terms of not taking any preaching engagements from traditional church spaces. Blessings to you, Linda. And so I've made a few exceptions over the last 2.5 years, but very, very few. And these were people who were close to me, their families, the people themselves who transitioned. And so I felt an obligation to, do what I needed to do to show them the love and support I believe that they just deserved in the moment, and ask of me, because I am a servant. I've been a servant for decades, and I am built to love and to serve. That's just who and what I am. I'm built to love, I'm built to serve, and of course, I believe in equality, equanimity, and justice. But nevertheless, I was at the service yesterday feeling a little strange, I got to admit. Naturally, I'm grateful that people still enjoy what I have to say in both settings. Several hundred people there, and many, many engagements have come out of that. Many I probably will say no to, but some of my tribe was there. Some of our tribe was there. And then there were people who approached me who watched this broadcast. They must watch it in replay because I never see them on here live, who testified to me of the impact that this platform and the teaching has made on them. And that was the highlight of my day yesterday, to know that there's a group who's deconstructing and that there's a group who is listening. And let me tell you how they found out about me, from some people who watch consistently. This is how they found out about me and about our platform. And they tune in from time to time, and they're being blessed. So when I ask you to tag and share, never underestimate the impact of whatever is said here on this platform, and as to how it can impact people in a positive way. One young lady said to me, "What you teach just makes a lot of sense to me." A lot of sense to me. So I'm so thankful and grateful that you all are doing your part in helping me spread the word. Okay, helping me spread the word about this particular message and series of messages that we on this platform are sharing to help people to evolve, transform, and ascend. And so keep up the good work. Give yourselves a hand. Keep up the good work. Keep sharing the message with people whom you think it will bless and impact. Keep sharing the word with people you think will bless and impact. You know, if you've ever worked in any capacity in serving people, let's just be honest. If you're not arrogant and conceited, you don't always see yourself the way people see you, and you don't always know the impact you're making on people. You're just serving. You're just here to do what you do, and not recognizing or understanding in the moment that what you are saying could be pivotal and helps people to shift. So never underestimate the fact that when you share with a person who's ready to vibe, or who is in a situation where they need to hear a word, need some empowerment, encouragement, never underestimate what that word can and will do for them. Okay. So again, it was on site. It was on site, as they say. It was on site. I saw Pam and others in that space, and it was so good to see people. All right. All right. Let's get into it. Our resident therapist is going to put up what installment this is. And I'm so thankful and grateful uh, that he's keeping up with all of this. We've been in a continuing series, and we're going to continue in that series moving forward. And the thematic text we've been looking at, we're going to actually look at Genesis. Let's see, that's Genesis 18, 10 through 11. And then we're going to move from Genesis 18, 10 through 11 to Genesis 21, 1 through 2. And we're going to, those are just our thematic texts. I've already kind of spent several weeks discussing them. And I'm going to move into a new text, Ephesians 1 and 11, to kind of continue to expand our conversation, to expand our thoughts. Part 7, he says, the challenges to manifesting faith. The challenges to manifesting faith. That is part 7, the challenges to manifesting faith. We've been talking about, and those texts are going to come up, those thematic texts in a minute, Genesis 18, 1 through 2, and Genesis 21, 1 through 2. And after they come up, we're going to go to, let's see, Ephesians 1 and 11. Ephesians 1 and 11. All right. Had to say something to Austin where y'all couldn't hear me. Waiting on those texts to come up. Thank you so much. Here's the NIV. Then one of them said, I will surely return to you about this time next year, and Sarah, your wife, will have a son. Now, Sarah was listening at the entrance to the tent, which was behind him. Abraham and Sarah were already very old, and Sarah was past the age of childbearing. Past the age of childbearing. All right. This is a theophanic representation of God, meaning that it is believed or has been traditionally interpreted for quite some time now that God visited Abraham and Sarah uh, in a physical form with two angels or two celestials. Okay. Waiting on the King James Version to come up here in just a minute of Genesis 18. So many of you all have been with us over the last several weeks, and we've discussed how in this theophanic experience, how it is believed that God had a conversation with Abraham, where prior to this, a seed was promised to him, seed meaning offspring. He and Sarah would have a child. And we've discussed the challenges, the drama, the histrionics that took place after this promise, after this prophecy that challenged the outcome of all of this. For Sarah was barren and could not produce. And then we discussed with you how Sarah came up with a substitute plan. And in that substitute plan, she decided she would give her handmaid, who later became his wife, Hagar, as a vessel, as a body to go in to have sex with and produce a child. Again, crazy work, crazy stuff here, but yes, it's in the text. This is the King James Version you see right here. And so Abraham is believed to be the chosen. He's credited with being the father of the Hebrew, now called Jewish nation. And the offspring that would be the chosen bloodline was supposed to come through Sarah, not anybody else. And we've kind of discussed again in detail in different stages or different points of the series how complications were developed because she came up with her own plan trying to help the creator. All right. The NIV of Genesis 21, 1 through 2. Now the Lord was gracious to Sarah as he had said, and the Lord did for Sarah what he had promised. Sarah became pregnant and bore a son to Abraham in his old age, very time, or at the time God had promised. And here's the King James Version. And the Lord visited Sarah as he had said, and the Lord did unto Sarah as he had spoken. And Sarah conceived and bare Abraham a son in his old age at the set time at which God had spoken to him. All right, we're going to Ephesians 1 and 11. Now, I'm feeling somebody's tiredness on here. I'm sensing somebody's mental and physical fatigue. Well, why do I say that? Because I wasn't feeling this drain before I came on. And I want to encourage you today that strength is coming to you. I don't know who it is, but I feel it. I know it's not me. I'm feeling that drag. And don't get me wrong, I have not. Last night I rested as probably as well as I have the whole week. I just been sleepless, tossing and turning. But I felt pretty good before I came on. So whoever it is, strength and empowerment is coming to you. Ephesians 1:11, King James, in whom also we have obtained an inheritance, being predestinated according to the purpose of him who worketh all things after the counsel of his own will. And then the NIV, in him we were chosen, having been predestined according to the plan of him who works out everything in conformity with the purpose of his will. And that is Ephesians 1:11. We're going to spend some time there today. I'm going to eventually end up at Romans 4:20. We may make it there today and we may not. Now, what I want to discuss here from a different angle, a metaphysical angle, an angle that is typically not covered in how this text is exegeted, how this text is explained. And this is Paul's writing to the church at Ephesus, and in whom is referring to God, the creator, the source, and sustainer. And Paul is sharing with this particular group of people that we have obtained some kind of inheritance, and that inheritance is not just referring to something that's physical, it's referring to something that is spiritual. It's referring to rewards. It's referring to benefits in being connected with God, benefits in being aware of the creator, source, and sustainer, benefits of having a relationship with God, benefits of having an awareness of the source, an awareness of God. He goes on to say, being predestinated. Now, my particular perspective on this text is going to be different than what I've ever taught in, goodness gracious, over 30 years of preaching, over 30 years of teaching and preaching. I just realized that, yes, it's definitely over 30 years now. I have exegeted this text. I have turned it upside down. I have preached on it many times throughout the course of the year. But, you know, as you evolve and as you grow, then more things are revealed to you. And one day we'll probably do some extensive background on the Apostle Paul. And again, I remind you, if you have not joined our Patreon community, even as a free member, you should. I place tons and tons of information in there to give you different perspectives on the Bible. There's a series coming up on Yeshua here real soon that I think that you should take a look at. And of course, the paid tiers get access to everything, because in our deconstructing journey, we should have information. And I like to, as I was explaining to a person yesterday who was not quizzing me, but learning, asking question after question after question, even suggesting maybe we should go to lunch and talk, because the person had such a desire and a hunger for knowledge outside of what had been presented to them. And I was sharing with them that the people I listen to are typically scholars, people who can read the language. I can absorb knowledge and information from anybody, but I understand that people who don't have the deepest training and understanding in what they're reading, they can only give you surface level knowledge, or knowledge that has been passed to them, or knowledge that has been passed along to them. It is incredibly important that whatever information we receive is interpreted properly. If it's interpreted properly, then I am not just dealing with a person's interpretation based on their experiences, or based on what I call hand-me-down theology, or even hand-me-down philosophy, but it is something that is legitimately supported by culture of the day, by the information that existed in that day, by science, by psychology, even by spirituality, so forth and so on. I believe that this earth is an inferior version because it exists on the physical plane. It exists on the physical plane. It is an inferior version of reality. The spiritual, some folks call the astral world, is a higher dimension, a higher plane for us. This is crude. This is limited. Matter of fact, this construct can change at any time. And what I've tried to share with you all is that just like you move, just like you change cars, just like you change, relationships, just like you change, shoes or whatever it is, that is a shifting in the natural dimension that begins with a thought and ends up with a corresponding action in the physical plane or in the physical realm. Just as you've done that in those examples that I gave, you can also do that with finances. You can also do that with healing and wholeness in your body. You can also do that with your occupation. You can also do that in terms of being able to reach your goals. All right. All of what we see is malleable. It is changeable. I have talked about that many times over and over and over and over again. As it relates to the subject of tested faith, I want you to understand, or the challenges to having faith, I want you to understand that you're living in a construct of sorts. I'm going to say it again. You're living in a construct of sorts. The physical plane is a construct. That's exactly what it is. It is a lower level construct. I believe we are projecting into these avatar physical bodies, but at the same time, because of who we are really as spiritual beings, this is why we have the ability to control the construct. Many spiritual texts have taught that we control the construct, including the Bible itself, although there's a lot of convolution in interpretation, and there's a lot of convolution in interpretation because there's consistent renegotiating of the text where we see the real God in the text is observed, but then where we see who we think the real God is in the text at other points is somehow merged, and there's a confusing message that's being transmitted. Again, I want you to type the word interdependent. Type the word interdependent. Type the word interdependent. Type that in the comment section, interdependent. And I'm going to briefly exegete this text. Interdependent. Type that in the comment section for me. Interdependent. Interdependent. Type the word interdependent. I got a 10-year-old here. I needed to tell him he was too loud. Thank you. Now, let me say this. Religion teaches you dependency on God. Now, interdependent, and let me share this with you. To have an interdependent relationship on any level, whether it's with the creator or whether it's with a family or whether it's in romantic sense, is the best kind of relationship. Because a dependent or codependent relationship is an unhealthy reliance on someone or something. This might sound crazy to you. You may not have never heard this before, but it is not healthy to have a codependent relationship on God. It's not healthy. It's not healthy to be overly dependent on God. When you're overly dependent on God, you diminish your own power. You diminish your own self. You're diminishing your own abilities. Do you know how many times I've heard down through the years Christians say, I'm waiting on God? When they weren't waiting on God, it was fear, it was apprehension, It was a lack of clarity. It was a lack of understanding. And it was powerlessness, the feeling and sense of that I don't know and I can't do, that was really limiting and hindering them. It's an unhealthy dependence. And if you read enough of truth that you can extract from the biblical text, especially Yeshua's teaching, Yeshua does not teach codependency. Yeshua does not teach an unhealthy reliance. Yeshua teaches interdependence. In other words, you are powerful, prolific, potent yourself, but you choose to access God. You choose to partner. You choose to allow yourself to hear the voice, to know the voice. Because yes, God is superior to you, but that same God is one with you, a part of you, inside of you. And if you choose to depend in terms of entering in to take your power and merge it with the power of the creator, or take your power of thought, your power of sentience, your power of spiritual ability, and say to the creator, show me how, guide me in the right direction, or I release in faith to manifest the thing I desire and trust you to bring the outcome. When you operate like that, you are exercising your power, which is what the creator wants you to do. And you're also exercising your power of choice in that you are choosing to trust, or choosing to have faith, and choosing to exercise faith, and choosing to utilize your faith, and choosing to be mobile when it's necessary. I wish I had somebody who understood what I was saying today. Am I making any sense to anybody? And what our resident mystic says is true. And this is what people won't acknowledge. There are times you're praying and your prayers don't get answered. I got a good reason for that. And then I know people who've been waiting on God until they died. Oh, I'm just waiting on my healing. I'm just waiting on God to open the door. I'm just waiting on him to fix it. I'm just waiting on him to do it. You got power. He empowered you. The creator made you powerful. Again, I've said this, and Christendom has some very intelligent people, 5, 6, 7, 8 degrees, running CEOs and corporations. It just baffles me. It just baffles me how a God who has certain attributes in the text that's depicted from the Old and New Testament, isn't it strange that that God that you depict, who is sentient, has thought, has the ability to reason, has exists on the emotional spectrum, so forth and so on, has the same attributes you have? Don't you think that that's something that should be more deeply investigated? In other words, you are like the creator, and the creator is like you. Yeshua comes along, and again, I heard somebody in a message saying this recently. Yes, he says, greater works shalt thou do. And then they turn around and said, but you're not Jesus. This is what's baffling to me about teaching like that. Okay, you're saying I'm not Jesus. Yes, Jesus is a distinct being who, from a doctrinal standpoint, depending on who you listen to in Christendom, has power or has limited power. I'm not getting into all that. He said greater works. Well, number one, that same Yeshua who said greater works literally meant greater works. And that same Yeshua who came would get angry with his disciples, for example, like Peter, who started walking on water, because he knew Peter should have been able to do exactly what he was doing in terms of walking on water. But because Peter took his eyes off of him and became distracted by the mundane, became distracted by the storm itself, he started sinking. Yeshua, again, did not chastise him for walking. Peter said, can I come out here and walk? He said, yes. It was his lack of faith that caused him to be able to sink. Am I making any sense to anybody? Everything he did, Yeshua was not saying, well, see, I got I'm highly educated, so you can't do this. Yeshua was not saying, well, I'm a rabbi or a preacher, so you're not on this level. I don't teach that kind of crap on this station. Listen, I know I exist in a certain place, but guess what? You can exist in that place too. This is not something that is exclusive to a certain group of people. And I agree, certain people are born with certain sensitivity, certain access to power, a certain knowing. I get that. They do operate in higher dimensions, but it don't mean you can't, because you can. Yeshua is not out here, saying, you can't do the stuff. Don't try this now. This is only exclusive for me. No, he expected them to be able to do everything he did. And again, I'm going to get a chance to talk about it. Greater works than these shalt thou do. His example was, do what you see me do. Well, if I'm going to continue to do what he did, family, one writer says he thought it not robbery to be equal with God. Nobody wants to talk about that. His power is derived not just from what they perceive to be his position in the Godhead, which is a whole nother discussion, whether it's true or false, but in his faith to believe that he was equal and one with his creator, source, and sustainer, with the one that he was one with. Too many people are shrinking back from the real power that they are and the real power that they possess and all of the wonderful things that they're supposed to be able to do, because they think it's just for certain people. Are you hearing what I'm saying? I have not arrived to the dimension I've arrived in from doing nothing. I have, even in the sense of a lack of understanding in my submission to God in a past life, I'm going to say it like that. I still, let me tell you something right now. My life has been devoted to God. Whether I understood the proper conceptual framework of God or arrived to the place that I am now, where I have a better understanding of who the creator, source, and sustainer is, my heart, my life, and my passion has been God. So I have devoted every fiber of my being, even in error, to knowing God. I'm feeling it now and I'm getting emotional just talking about it. So you got to understand, before I knew that I didn't need to pray thousands of hours, I prayed, I fasted tens of thousands of hours. I've spent tens of thousands of hours in the biblical text, tens of thousands of hours in other texts. And the point I'm making to you is this. This has been my life. Now that I have elevated in consciousness into another realm, this is how I am able to know, see, but guess what? It's not exclusive. Everybody watching me can access a realm and a dimension beyond where you are now, where you know the creator, where you can see things, where you can declare, decree it, and manifest and come into existence. I can keep going on and on and on and on and on. You have the power in you, as Yeshua said, to do greater works. Greater works. And people want to dumb it down because they're not seeing greater works. People want to dumb it down. Hear what I'm saying to them. I got to be careful what I say. Folks can't even heal a headache. People can't even heal the cold. I need you to hear what I'm saying. They certainly can't on most days deal with death. Yes, I've seen people come back from death, but the average person cannot deal with death when it sets in, because they don't really believe they have the power to do it. They believe that power only exists in the supreme being, not in themselves. And that's not what the book says. I done got all passionate and fiery now. Lord have mercy. Let me get in here. Let me get back in here, because I'm feeling something. Let me look at my time. I want you to type it in the comment section, and I want you to type it like this: I really am powerful. Type that in the comment section. I really am powerful. Type that in the comment section. I really am powerful. I really am. I really am powerful. Absolutely. You got to own it. On the days you don't feel like you are, you got to own it. You got to be it. I really am. I really am powerful. Absolutely. Absolutely. Hear what I'm saying today. Hear what I'm saying today. Sometimes we act like billionaires who don't know we have a fortune. And I'm gonna get to Ephesians 1:11. That's all we're gonna discuss today, in addition to what I'm discussing right now. But hear my example again. Hear my example again. We are like billionaires who don't know we have a fortune. What do I mean by that? Let me tell you what I mean by that. If you have $1 billion that you have access to you, but you only think that you have $100, then you're going to act according to what you think. That's all you know is $100. Because you don't know that you have access to $1 billion. Am I making any sense to anybody? Equate that example to power. Access to unlimited power, but still think you have access to limited physical power. I feel this. I feel this. This is what the Spirit is telling me to tell you right now. Again, stop addressing the natural physical Babylonian system. Stop addressing the physical plane, the physical system. Go above the system. Go above the physical. Go above the natural. This is what faith does. Faith operates from within you as a dynamic, powerful, divine, spiritual species. Hear me. God, in concert with you as the one who unleashes the faith, takes care of the details and imposes it or superimposes it on the physical, natural dimension to bring you in a material form the answer, the outcome, the end of what your faith, negative or positive, family, has created. But you don't have to just look at what you have in the physical and think, family, that that's all you are, that that's all you possess, that that's the most you got. Then you are limiting yourself as a dynamic, powerful, spiritual species who is supposed to be connected to the eternal source of all things. You are severely limiting yourself, family. And just because it's not all in the bank don't mean you don't have access to it. Am I making any sense to anybody? What sense does it make for a billionaire to walk around here like they are penniless or struggling? This is how we operate many times when we fall prey to amnesia, when we forget who and what we are, or when we don't know who and what we are. It is a chronic identity crisis. Ooh, I feel that. Let me tell you, I have obtained so many things in my short life that did not exist as resources in my face in the natural. I decided that I was going to believe God and believe in who I was to access, to manifest provision. And no, it isn't fun when it seems like, watch this, you are manifesting provision hand to mouth. Come on now. Situationally, one situation at a time, one paycheck at a time. It's not fun. But hear what I'm saying today. See that you're obtaining results. See that the provision is showing up. Don't get discouraged because the provision is showing up. Watch this, in a way, or in a small way, or in incrementally, or one situation at a time. It means that what you're doing is working. But it also means that you are the one from a previous mindset who has fallen into a cognitive bias to think that I can only expect a certain amount, therefore I can only manifest a certain amount at a certain time. It just means you got to get better at manifesting more. That's all it means. You have to shift your mindset to be able to open yourself up to recognize, number one, all my needs are supplied right now. They're already there. The provision that I would need for the totality of my life, whether it's 60 years or 70 years or 80 years, the provision is already there. The treasure and the storehouse already exists. What's required of me to access it is to exercise my authority as a spiritual being, to walk in the authority that God, the creator, the divine, the source and sustainer, has placed within me. Utilize that to draw from this endless supply. I want you to type it in the comment section. I draw from an endless supply. Type that in the comment section. I draw from an endless supply. Oh, yes. Hallelujah. I draw from an endless supply. Endless supply. Type that in the comment section. I draw from an endless supply. I know it's endless, not just because of what the scripture has said, but every time, in every situation, I've needed to access something, it always showed up. It always arrives, even if it doesn't arrive within the time frame that I think that it should. It somehow, some way, the answer, the solution comes. It appears in my life, sometimes from unexpected people, unexpected resources, unexpected things. Hear me. And I'm going to tell you again, family. I'm going to tell you again. Don't beg. Don't stop thinking you're just not worthy. Stop thinking that God, the creator, the source that's in you, that's one with you, that's a part of you, just don't want you to have it. Just was not going to cooperate. Just stop thinking that. That is the stuff that limits us. It limits us. Oh my goodness. You've got to know that you're eligible. I don't know if I'm going to get to this text or not, Wesley Turk. I'm trying to get to 1 and 11. If you keep thinking, hear me. If you keep thinking I am not eligible to have, if you keep thinking what I did last night is going to forfeit my blessing, if you keep thinking all the errors and mistakes that I made in terms of judgment is going to cause me to be in a category where I can't expect the best or shouldn't expect the best, if you keep thinking like that, you cannot access the endless supply as frequently as you need to, because there's a part of you that will block it. That identity that you've taken on as the person, family, who is ineligible, who has been exiled and banished, who is not in the favor of the creator, therefore should not expect much. This is why you do not receive much in return. You are manifesting your core beliefs. You are manifesting what you believe. You are manifesting what you think. Hallelujah. You are literally doing it. We've been talking about being a conscious creator during the week, during spiritual awakening on Wednesday nights. And you notice I have a rotation of texts from Yeshua that I always like to emphasize. I always like to emphasize that because he is telling us in the text, you don't have to beg, You don't have to grovel. The only thing that's required is for you to exercise faith. Hear what I'm saying today. And religion has done a poor job of explaining truth. What happens is there's a renegotiation of what we call truth, because people who are inside of their organizations, they think that these principles are exclusive only to them, and so they should only work for them. But they don't have an explanation for how it works for a group outside of their group, or people outside their group, or folk who are not even affiliated with no religious group, who are using faith, who are using authority, who are using power, and getting the same results, many times greater results. You know why? Because somebody is in error. And I'm encouraging you right now in this moment to know that you're worthy. I'm encouraging you right now in this moment to cancel and nullify all of these ill feelings about yourself that you are harboring, all of these self-sabotaging and self-saboteuring emotions that are constantly dragging you down from an old version of you that no longer exists. I'm talking to the best version of you right now. Oh my God, I don't think I'm gonna make it to 1 in 11 because I feel some power. I feel the anointing. I feel the presence here. Hear what I'm saying today. I'm talking to the you that can hear me. There's a text that says, let he that hath an ear hear what the Spirit is saying. When I'm talking to the ears of a greater, grander version of you. Hey, my God, I'm talking to the ears of a version of you that's saying, yes, speak to me. That's saying, yes, to talk to me. A version of you that's waiting to be called. A version of you that's waiting to be selected. A version of you that's waiting for the current you to open the door and allow that version to walk through. That version of you that knows it's worthy, that knows that your past mistakes are not meant to be held against you, that knows that the current definition that you have of self is not in alignment with the creator, source, and sustainer, and needs to be shifted and changed. I need you to hear what I'm saying. That version of you that knows you're deserving of the best, and it has nothing to do with how you look on the outside, and it has nothing to do with how intelligent you are, and it has nothing to do with what your religious affiliation is, and it has nothing to do with how many errors and blunders and bloopers have existed in your life. Catch what I'm saying today. It is that version of you that wants to align with what Yeshua said. He said, I've come that you might have life and have it more abundantly. Everybody, I mean everybody who's watching me and listening to me right now, I don't care what your experience has been since you've been on this planet. I don't care how many hideous, potentially damnable things that you've done. I'm telling you right now, you are worthy of life. You are worthy of abundant life. He said, I've come that they might have life and have it more abundantly. You are worthy of abundant life. I want you to type it in the comment section. I am worthy of abundant life. And if you keep walking around here with a conviction, remember that is a key component of faith, that you're unworthy. Then you keep placing yourself in situations that will create, or placing yourself in self-created situations that reflect back to you your unworthiness. But if you start believing that you're worthy, if you start knowing that you're loved unconditionally, if you start recognizing that abundant life is my portion, abundant life is my identity, I am an abundant person. Hear what I'm saying today. That's not pride. That's you merely accessing your inheritance. That's you merely accessing your birthright. That's you merely walking in a level of knowing that you are worthy. Everyone watching me here. Everyone watching me here. Come on now. Everyone watching me here. Hear what I'm saying today. I'm not saying you don't need to clean up some of your character. I'm not saying you don't need to change some of your ways and your behavior. That's not what I'm saying. But you're still worthy of abundant life. Come on here, somebody. This is why some people frown on this kind of teaching, because they want me to sit here and point at you for an hour and tell you what you're not. I'm not getting ready to sit up here and waste my metaphysical power by speaking what you're not when I can speak what you are. And the truth be told, no matter what you've done, it does not disqualify you from deserving abundant life. Own it. Hey, my God. Receive it. Access it. Flow in it. We're walking around here with too much self-condemnation. Oh, my goodness. Hear what I'm saying today. If there's something that you've done in your life that you need to change, that's not in alignment with the highest version of you, then get in the process to change it. But stop disqualifying yourself because it's a behavior that you know is unbefitting for you. Okay, the first stage is that you acknowledge it. Now partner with the divine, now partner with God, now partner with the source. Come on here and shift it, change it. But in the process of that, understand you're still worthy of love. You're still worthy of blessings. You're still a powerful, dynamic, divine species of being. You're still worthy of abundance. Ooh, I feel like crying. I don't know who this is for today. Hey, my goodness, my goodness, my goodness. Stop damning yourself. Stop dooming yourself. Stop giving yourself these pep talks that makes you feel like crap and lower than low. Hear what I'm saying today. You are the offspring of an almighty creator. You were fearfully, according to the Old Testament text, and wonderfully made. There's something magnificent. There's something extravagant. There's something extraordinary or extraordinary about you. There's something super. There's something powerful. There's something beautiful. There's something handsome. There's something great. There's something exorbitant about you. Yes, you with that nose on your face. Yes, you carrying a few extra pounds. Yes, you who've been through several hellish relationships. Yes, you who's been struggling from pillar to post and post to pillar. Yes, you who's still trying to figure out how you're going to pay this month's bills and next month's bills. Yes, you who don't have enough articles of clothing or the amount that you desire. Yes, you who might be having mental challenges. Yes, you who might be having physical challenges. You are still great. You are still powerful, and you are still worthy. You're still worthy. It does not disqualify you. You're still worthy. It's an oxymoronic argument for me, for people to say on one hand that God loves you, but on the other hand want to point out your flaws through characterizations that are called sin. And hear what I'm saying today, and then want to ceremonially disqualify you. I came by here to tell you that you are great and you are dynamic. Hear what I'm saying today. Hear what I'm saying today. The prodigal son, the parable of the prodigal son in the New Testament. Catch this. The prodigal son was still the son even when he was in the hog pen. I need you to hear what I'm saying today. And the prodigal son was still an inheritor even while he was in the hog pen. Catch what I'm saying today. Yes, he asked for his portion. Yes, the word riotous means wasteful. Prodigal means wasteful. Yes, he wasted his inheritance. But guess what? He had a house to come back to, which meant that his father was still rich, which meant that he had more of an inheritance. And whether he was in the house or outside of the house, he still was a son. And I'm telling you right now, whether you're in the house or in the outhouse, catch what I'm saying, or in the crack house, I need you to hear, you're still a son, you're still a daughter, you're still beloved, you're still accepted, you're still powerful, you're still dynamic, you're still redeemable. And more importantly, you are yet loved unconditionally. You're loved unconditionally. Hey, my goodness. My God. My God, I feel this so strong today. You know what? Have faith in unconditional love. Have faith in your worthiness. I know you're not taught to believe you're worthy. I know you're taught to crawl and grovel before God. Hear what I'm saying today. But that God made you with a dignity and an identity and a likeness to it. You shouldn't be crawling, you should be walking. You shouldn't be crawling, you shouldn't be walking. You should be walking. And then you should move past walking into soaring. You should move past walking into flying. Hear what I'm saying today. You should move past walking into running, because you are worthy. Have faith to know that you know that you know that you know that God, your creator, the lover of your soul, and you are the lover of the creator, of the divine, of the source, loves you in everything that you've done unconditionally. Move out of self-condemnation into self-correction in love. I'm going to say it again. Move out of self-condemnation into self-correction in love. Again, family, I'm not saying there aren't some things that don't need to be corrected, because there are, but stop condemning yourself to hell. Stop condemning yourself to dungeons of misery. Stop condemning yourself by attacking your own self. Oh God, I feel this. Who is the Spirit of God talking to? Faith. The old folks say, faith, 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 just a little bit of faith. It don't take a whole lot. Just use the little bit that you got. Faith, 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 just a little bit of faith. Faith to know that in this test and in this trial, that what you are and what's in you is more than enough to give you the victory, more than enough to cause you to triumph, more than enough to conquer any circumstance or any situation. It is more than enough. I want you to type it in the comment section. I have more than enough to conquer anything. Come on, type that in the comment section. I have more than enough to conquer anything. Come on, type it in the comment section. I have more than enough to conquer anything. Yes, you do. I prophesied that bills that are due this week are paid on your behalf. I declare, decree, and speak that provision is rising right now. I thank you for excess. I thank you for overflow. My goodness. I thank you for the plethora. I thank you for the unusual. I thank you for the leftovers. Ooh, I feel it and I sense it right now. Hey, my God. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You've got more than enough. I've got more than enough to conquer anything. I've got more than enough to conquer anything. I've got more than enough to conquer anything. I got more than enough to conquer anything. Mm-hmm. Hold your head up in faith and humility. Mm-hmm. Walk out of darkness, walk out of the shadows, walk out of undesired behaviors, walk out of undesired situations. Hold your head up and say, I'm just doing better now. I'm just walking better now. I'm just thinking better now, no matter what it takes. I'm not defined by how he mistreated me and she mistreated me and how they fired me and how they rejected me and how they betrayed me and how they didn't want me and how they didn't desire me. Or I'm not defined by all of the terrible decisions that I have made in the past. I won't allow it to define me, but I will grow from it. You can't bury me because I'm like that old mule. Y'all heard the preachers talk about it. That old mule that they decided to put out of service because that mule was stubborn and wouldn't always follow the rules. And they threw the mule in a pit and decided that they were going to bury it alive. And while they were heaping dirt on the mule was shaking the dirt off and packing it under its feet. These foolish people didn't realize that the more dirt they threw on the mule, the more he packed it under his feet until he was no longer in a hole. He got high enough to jump out of the hole. And I'm telling you right now, use your mistakes as fuel. Use those things that you wish you could have back but can't have back as fuel to be better, to access better, to believe more in yourself, to become a more aware of your connection with God and everything, to embrace a better, greater you, to embrace that you're worthy, to embrace that you are loved, to embrace that you're accepted, to embrace that even though you might be a little eccentric and awkward and not know everything you need to know, that you are still worthy and that you are still loved. Hear what I'm saying today. And to folk who are watching me, who are looking for love, and you ain't been loved right yet, I'm prophesying to you. When you love you enough to send out a signal to partner with God, then there's somebody that's going to manifest in your life who's going to love you more than you love you, and they're not going to treat you like trash and crap like some of these other jokers have catch. What I'm saying today, it's not hopeless. Become hopeful and know that with men it is impossible, but not with God. With God, all things are possible. And know from your perspective that all things are possible to them that believe it. Woo, I feel like running today. I feel like running today. There's more than enough in you. There's more than enough in you. Exercise your patience in the moment. Hey, build yourself up internally. Some of y'all need to be alone. Some of y'all need to take some time. You need to cut some strings. You need to cut some folk off. You didn't hear what I said. Some of y'all need to make yourself available to God and to make yourself available to heal and become whole and attract better versions of people, not just in a romantic sense, but in a supportive sense. Anyway, some of these folk don't mean you no good. Some of these folk don't even understand who and what you are. Some of them don't even respect you for the talent, gifts, and abilities that you have. Some of them just want you for the hole that's between your legs or for the piece of meat in the man that hangs from it. Y'all need to catch what I'm saying. Some of these people just want you for your intellect. They just want you because you're a giver. They just want you because you're nice and sweet. Who is the Spirit talking to right now? They love you for your looks, but not for your heart. Hear me today. You are worthy of the best of everything. I'm trying to stop, but he keep talking to me. The best of everything. I don't care if you were the worst alcoholic watching me. You're worthy of the best of everything. I don't care if you came from abject poverty. You're worthy of the best of everything. I don't care if you're in an unsupportive family, an unsupportive romance, an unsupportive relationship. You are worthy of the best of everything. Again, I don't care what your hair look like. I don't care if your drawers are dirty. I don't care if your shoes are worn out. You are worthy of the best of everything. You might be working a job you consider that's beneath you and defining yourself by the job. You are worthy of the best of everything. Hey. And stop allowing body image to define your heart. Body image don't define your heart. You define your heart. You define your body image. Oh, my Lord, I feel it. I sense it. 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 I got to stop here. I got to stop here. I'm going to pray. And while I'm praying, I want you to be preparing to give today. As you are led to give, Almighty, I'm so thankful for everybody who tuned in today. I'm so thankful for the words that have been spoken into these spirits who possess a soul and live in a body. I thank you right now for the harvest of change, the harvest of transformation, the harvest of miracles, the harvest of confirmation, the harvest of synchronicities, the harvest of something better in their lives. I just bless you. I just praise you. I just magnify you for all that is taking place from now into what we call the future. And by faith today, it is done and it is so. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Mm, mm, mm. I want you to type it in the comment section. By faith, great things are manifesting for me now. Type that in the comment section and speak it out loud. By faith, great things are manifesting for me now. Come on, type it in the comment section. By faith, great things are manifesting for me now. Come on, type it in the comment section. By faith, great things are manifesting for me now. Come on, type it in the comment section. By faith, great things are manifesting for me now. Oh, my goodness. My goodness, my goodness, my goodness. I feel it. I feel it. Sandadaba. I know it. I embrace it. By faith, great things are manifesting for me now. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. I want you right now to inhale and take a deep breath with your eyes closed and you're surrounded by the light of the Spirit. Then exhale. Take another deep breath. Inhale. Hold it for 4 seconds. Then exhale slowly. One more. Inhale. You are surrounded by the presence of God. And then exhale slowly. Things are shifting right now as I speak. Things are changing right now as I speak. Because what you want and desire wants you more. And you are supported by the Creator, the Source, the Sustainer, the Divine. And I'm so thankful and so grateful that you are favored, you are loved, you are embraced by the universe, you are embraced by God, you are embraced by others. Can you feel the love? Can you sense the presence of God? Talk back to me real quickly before I release you today. I feel it, I feel it, I sense it, I sense it, I know it, I know it. The circumstances don't matter, therefore they're not factored in to what faith has revealed. They're not factored into what faith is manifesting, because faith don't care about circumstances, because they don't matter. They don't matter. Circumstances don't matter. Hallelujah. Yes, 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 they don't matter. Glory to God. They don't matter. Things are happening right now to me and with me and in me because circumstances don't matter. By faith, great things are manifesting for me now. Mm, mm, mm. Yes, 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 yes. If you're shedding some tears, it's all right. If you're worshiping and praising, it's all right. If you feel the bliss that comes along with peace and love, it's all right. Take this feeling into tomorrow and take it from tomorrow into Tuesday and from Tuesday into Wednesday. I'm going to pray a special prayer right now financially, because I know I have an audience that requires increase in finances. Listen to me. I'm going to pray this prayer, but it's in agreement with the God that's in you, the God that's one with you, the God that's a part of you. And the only thing I ask you to do is, when you are blessed, give to this platform. That's all I'm going to ask you to do. 2 things. Bless other people and bless this platform. 2 things. Bless other people and bless this platform. I know there might be some traditional folks who trickle into here and say, You know, when I say things like, I hope you win the lottery, I do. I'll hope you inherit instant millions, I do. I'll hope you stumble into, you know, several thousands of dollars or six-figure careers. I'm not just hoping, I'm praying that it happens. But we are blessed, family, to be a blessing. I'm getting ready to speak over you right now, confidently. And I thank you, and I declare and decree that every financial need is met. And it is met from the infinite storehouses of the universe. And I declare and decree instant thousands, 10,000s, hundreds of thousands, and millions. And I declare and decree new opportunities that shifts people into higher tax brackets. Thank you. Thank you. All things are possible because I believe. And what things soever I desire when I pray, I believe that I receive them. Oh my God. And I have them. And I thank you for all who are watching me now, who are being empowered financially. The energy, the anointing, the presence, and the spirit of abundance flow freely through them. And the version of them that has everything that I have declared and decreed, I call you forth in all of them to emerge and take your place in this now moment. By Yeshua's name, his power, his example. It is so, and so it is. Oh my goodness. Who feels that? Who feels that? Who senses that? There's a shifting. Somebody's brain is lit up. There's tingling happening inside somebody's head right now. And then something is moving in somebody's belly, in your gut. Things are stirring right now. Things are shifting right now. Things are changing right now. Mm, mm, mm. And I thank you for the press down, shaken together, and running over that's flowing into Linda Nelson's home and into her life. No more struggles for Linda. Thank you that her children rise and call her blessed, but thank you that the cooperative components in this world, this universe, are conspiring to bless her. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. It is so. And so it is. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you so much. 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 If you don't have to share today, remember you can share any day of the week. $ AG Green, Zelle, Anthony G. Green, and Hotmail, or $ AG Green Enterprises. I release you today with the Shalom blessing. Shalom, shalom, peace, wholeness, and prosperity. Nothing missing and nothing broken. It is so, and so it is. Thank you for being a part of this journey of awakening and transformation. Support the light through Revolution Inc. by liking, sharing, and giving. Cash App $ AG Green and $ AG Green Enterprises. You can also give by Zelle. Anthony G. Green at hotmail.com is what you use. And Chime, $Anthony/Green/336. If you haven't joined as a member of Patreon, now is a good time. We're a spiritual community that's evolving, transforming, and ascending. If you like what you have seen and heard, connect with us. It's time to vibe with your tribe. Also take time to visit theaggreen.com for the latest developments and just explore divinespeciesshop.com for spiritual tools to elevate your life. Your love and support helps keep this mission alive.